The program Come to Edu Thursday morning. Me, Nasapti Kalon.
And me, Namebel Kaba. Good morning. Inside this Thursday edition of the program, Good Morning Salon. Well, we're sorry for that each day. The program you listen to now, Good Morning Salon. And inside this Thursday edition of the program, the military spokesperson, now the Salon Armed Forces Group Captain John Alfred Bondo say the military condemned the act of some military officer them for sake of the thing them wouldn't talk inside one video.
They know they go scot-free. They will be dealt with. So until after the investigation, then you find a person wanting, then you decide now, say, who's charged, who will charge this man.
The Community and Security Manager for Ports and Rail, na the King Home Mining Company, Mohamed Toure say, the thief where some people they thief, they clip them, they cause plenty accidents for the King Home Mining, train them na Tonkolili district. And today na the program, waiting at the way forward for Salon after 60 years of independence. You go on at the program.
Well, this plus other story them there for you inside the program, and also the project manager for the Integrated Resilience Urban Mobility Project don't say the over $50 million support we World Bank and Salon government don't give them now for upgrade road them na the western area of Freetown. Members say inside the program, you listen we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. From a different radio partner station them. You listen we live from Radio Shalom, 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba districts. Same way so on Radio Malin, 88.5, and Radio 1J, 101.3 na Pujon districts. Radio Colentin, 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa, 105.5 na Kainlaon, and Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0. The program na Good Morning Salon, you can send a message or comment to the number 077-981-981.
We will continue with the program, and the first issue we look at in the program this morning, we go na the Renaissance movement. We don't all enforce annual summit. Also, then go talk on different things. Then we get to do with national development. When that summit day yesterday, then we invite different people them for go talk about waiting and waiting. The independence mean for the country and safe. The Sawe Salon they go after independence. And one pan the people them we been there in that particular summit day yesterday. Na the member of parliament for constituency 132. Na Lumley, Juba and other area them. When a Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte. He talk, they say, he believes say one thing where they unbox transparency and accountability in a salon. Now where parliament at times not agree for debate to issue them working the inside the different audit reports where audit service salon can pull every year. Well, he talk this at the summit and we reporter, Kabia Bindede, Iguna reports.
Now $52 million will get as a project for
After 6 years now, where some group of young people in a salon been come together and form the Renaissance movement, where this movement not belong to any political party, but over the past year them. They work now for CCA, they engage government on critical issues them, where don't they affect the citizens them, and safe, don't they hold government accountable on different things them. And this movement safely creates the space for citizens them, for make them engage government on the thing them where they as citizens them think say government not on they do right in the country. Now for sake of this make the Renaissance movement for the first time, don't hold the first annual summit. Also them bring together politicians them, civil society organization them, students them, and other people them. For can talk about the country in 60 years of independence on the theme Sierra Leone at 60. What have we learned and what needs to change? Chain Obam, now the chairman for the Renaissance movement, talk more about the importance of this summit.
Today, at the public summit, as a country, we don't own 60 years within our land. So today, we want to focus on the contemporary political issues per se. We want to too much focus on almost the spent by Independence Day to that we're going to have for today. We want to be a little bit more big in we thinking. Not look 60 years, that journey will run there. Waiting we don't learn. Waiting our success them, if any, and waiting our failures, and waiting need for change going forward.
Honorable Bernadette Sly. Na first time member of parliament for the SLPP party, Teyekomanene. Na one feminist activist and self by this panel, been dey represent the young people and Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, when are the executive director for Society for Democracy Initiative Sierra Leone. And at this time he gets for say, if Salon gets anything for celebrate in 60 years of independence.
It should be a reflection, introspection of the road we have traveled. What did our forefathers want at independence? Where we are today? How have we traveled? With whom have we traveled? If we should go back again, which road we should not travel and why? So it should be different celebrations for different things. There was need for celebration, but in different ways and different times. And one of the things I think is the problem of Sierra Leone is that we have an identity issue. We don't know who we are. And that also leads me to believe that I'm not sure we've really had Pan-African leaders. Because these conversations at this point we're supposed to be discussing something different.
So we talk about forefathers, independent forefathers. They were all had accounts in England. They were all somehow corrupt. They all stole money from our resources. They built small roads. We still have the laws which the British left with us. So why are we celebrating? Are these the things we need to correct our history?
The politicians na them plenty people can point finger per se, na they responsible for how the country dey so since independence. Honorable Abdul Kabo, na member of parliament for constituency 077 na Kafo Bulom and other parts na Lunge. Abdullahi Jallo, na the young generation secretary general for the National Grand Coalition Party. And Nasu Fofanah, na the deputy chair for the Unity Party. Then serve as politicians been get this for say, but the topic.
Remember, since independence, we don't politicize everything in this country. We don't look people the way good just because we not in the same party with them. We condemn them. We oppose them. They ask for them to comment person we not share the same party with you. Lucky you, they ask him, how long is this going to last? Because we come so far, so fast.
The colonial system will exist. We replace her with regional politics, with party politics. Then the division will continue now.
Advanced psychological slavery. Now we back. And we continue for the back. Unity is invisible. These men who have held our country hostage politically still think that we have to continue with their ideologies, which are not only attained, but insulting. We need to understand that what we need in Sierra Leone is human leadership.
Inside Ion talk for sake of the country in 60th independence anniversary, if the country gets anything for celebrate, waiting at the thing the way we don't learn and set the way forward, the member of parliament for constituency 132 na Juba, Lumley and other parts them na Lumley, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa contest say for the past 60 years now, because Salon not able for producers for the people, make other country them, don't they benefit by the country economy.
60 years, we still dey invest in cultivation of rice. Are we saying that the leaders before us, they're not going to invest in rice? Are we looking at other countries? Look at Ivory Coast, they stay with food and rice. But then look at the strength, say cocoa they go and make more money for them. And interestingly, the species of cocoa in Nasu, in fact, we pass the ordinary Ivory Coast. But we still dey invest in rice. What have changed? Nothing. Not that even about the line. Talk about one of the reasons the way we see political independence so. He said because of political exploitation. Exploitation, no. The only thing we change in exploitation is now that instead of the exploiting directly from Sierra Leone to UK, now it's our own people that are exploiting us and taking it to UK. When we protest for the LFOT, we have to be honest. This is my honest national conversation. And I not let the other people they only talk about the political conversation.
Honorable Tawa concept the same way so say, in belief say, one thing we don't among transparency and accountability in the country. Now we parliament not can agree for debate issues them, working day inside the different audit reports them, where the auditor general can pull every year.
Before the audit report came out, parliament will see almost inside the audit report. Almost 10 parliament don't see any debate in the audit report. What has changed? The parliament will honor you like the day, not be debate the orders of general support. The new parliament will honor you Tawa day, will not debate the orders of general support. Once has changed. What is for now? For now, for stand together.
Students say we been there part of this summit say this summit come the right time. Even though they get different view them on the topic, but they say they learn plenty in them from the different speaker them on how they for put their country first above any political party. We make them be end up call on the Renaissance movement for continue these summits now then different college and university them. And during this summit, the Renaissance movement be award and self been celebrate the life of Constance Cummins John, when are the first woman mayor on a Freetown for the role way in play by education and self-salon politics. For Radio Democracy, Kabia the reports.
7:43 at the time from the studio clock, and the program is still listening to now Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We tell you at the program today we want to look at after 40 years of salon independence, waiting it for happen now for the country so that we will continue to live as an independent country and may we able for use the natural resource system for help promote the democracy where the country gets so far. Now the program this morning, we want for welcome with studio guest them. At the beginning with Honorable Tawa, the Member of Parliament for constituency 132 Nalomle Chuba and other area them where they under in constituency. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Sila.
All right, we also get the pleasure again for getting the studio this morning, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, the Member of Parliament for constituency 077 Kafubulom Lokomasama Napot Loko District. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, 98. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans.
All right, so they expect one more person for join the panel so that we will continue with the discussion of Salon after 60 years of independence. Waiting it for happen now. Well, we choice of we get them now because then say most times the members of parliament get a very big role for play for let the nation develop because now then we have a plan for make the laws them where the authority then we can then power can use for implement so that then go get different developments we go reach and different parts them. And member of parliament them now one set of people where there is this saying that if we fix with parliament and with judiciary, the country salon go be a better place for everybody. So this morning we get members of parliament and at the studio we all know say they can go to parliament with votes them where they can win during elections. We mean say the people can trust the individuals there for go represent them by and large for discuss and debate on issues them before then they take decision for make laws them for the country. We don't introduce the guests the way we get at the studio this morning. I start with Honorable Abdul Kagbo. Firstly, from where the talk of independence starts, year in, year out, everybody don't give their own perception as to waiting and think whether Salon for the celebrate independence anniversary or we for just left the day for go just like that. So we want to hear from the members of parliament and this morning. I start with you, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, before we can go into the topic proper. At 60 after independence, Salon for celebrate?
I feel say we for use this moment for reflect than for celebrate.
Why?
Because anybody like me and you all this, so we get targets. You can say before at the 25, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that day, I want to achieve this. The way you achieve what you want to achieve, you celebrate for that day. But let's say you say before the 25, I want to get me first degree. Then you don't fail in a college, will get your first degree at the age of 25 as you set your target. For there you go begin to celebrate you back, reflect, and take into consideration your successes, your challenges, and your limitation. To me, it don't make much sense. So to me, Sierra Leone for lose this 60 years anniversary, for look at outside challenges then they, look at the successes, look at outside the limitations then they, look at 60 years anniversary and see whether from independence on now to now, what we don't achieve. We get national cohesion, we get unity as a country, we get foreign direct investment them as a country, we investment in agriculture, okay, we investment in the youth, okay, we investment in transportation, okay, waiting at the successes the world don't make us a country. Then you get for put a target now, say, this 60 year, now this and this and this, we want to achieve the other years to come. But go say, just because of the 60, you get anniversary, you disagree. And I'll tell you, the initial intention, for waiting at the essence of independence. Now that the wait man them we mean the rule they say no, we not the rule una again. We the left una to una self. Let una self the rule una self. Let una self the control. Let una self the preside over decisions them we get for affect una self. And remember, the time the way the wait man them in the rule winner, yeah, that day we get the odd tax war, headed by Bible, where then they say everybody for pay for in hot. Even when they come upline for let you can at all, you get for pay tax na road. For no more let you access them. So all land they stop and then call we own Salom brothers. They now say we the left one to own ourselves, and when they left with we self, waiting at the achievements they will make. We get peace among we self, we get unity among we self. We able to control we self like brothers and sisters. Waiting at the level of animosity where they among we self. So these are some of the things that we'll for look at these 60 years and say, no, it mean better where they left with to we serve, or it mean they're not for the left with to we serve, then for don't still continue.
Okay, continue for the with Abdul Kabo, Member of Parliament for Constituency 077. Would they come over to the other studio guest? We're not Honorable Tawa. This is now a roundtable question where would they throw Atuna for the stats. You just listen to your Member of Parliament. At 60 years or after 60 years, you think so we for celebrate anything?
Well, firstly, I want to appreciate the wordings the way they come out now in the moment of independence. Before, when they say Sierra Leone get independent, the old man they talk about celebrate. Now, the Honorable Abdul Kabulo mentioned one of the diction, then the new diction they don't come into the fold, reflect. Yeah. The next one are for commemorate. Because when you say celebrate, now way you they mark milestone. Where you mark significant achievement, significant leap from one level to the other. Where you say, yes, I set myself these targets. And these targets, I'm not able to achieve all things, but I don't achieve 50% of these targets. But go back to all the presidents they don't get in this country. Everyone in speech, they talk about corruption. We must end corruption. This is the beginning. This is we are going to herald a new dawn. But how far have we gone in the fight against corruption? Agreed. Say, we they make strides them for able to fight corruption. But how far have we gone for tackle corruption head on? That is one. Number two, every president who don't come to this country, like we Honorable Abdul say, don't tell you say we are going to increase tractorization, we are going to improve agriculture, we are going to ensure that we feed ourselves, we become food self-sufficiency. Yeah? For 60 years. We are not only importing rice, but we don't lose sight of the fact say we get a stronger value. We get a stronger value chain in other areas, in cash crop. We for don't make the impact of importing rice. We're not for the field directly. For 60 years, everybody talk about woman empowerment. We'll take woman to the next level. In fact, in the last 10 to 15 years, it don't become a vogue now. That we they change the status of woman them, we they give 30% quota. For more they talk about 30% quota, have they ever legislate or ever introduced any legislation for actually incorporate and force political parties them for ensuring in their local constitution where they gazette and send to PPRC for validation, where the public get chance for make the inputs bar, they include 30% quota, and that 30% quota they now how it stretch? It never happen. So for me, every year when they talk about youth empowerment, 33% of this country population, now youth that's about 1.2 million. 30 days when they talk about youth unemployment, 30 days when they talk about youth in fishing. Since they talk about youth in car wash, since they talk about youth in agriculture, but how far that one is able for help for alleviate the suffering of the youth? If you look at the statement, then two statements. The president of Ghana he said the only term where celebration will be worthy for Sierra Leone. Now where Sierra Leone not able for restore dignity in the youth, in the women, and in the vulnerable people. 30 days in Sierra Leone, we still get people to sleep at it. And in front of ministries, departments, and agencies, we never pull off the streets for give them proper housing. So for me, I think say the new wordings they use. A moment for reflect. No reflect. Also, we don't get it wrong. We don't make any difference from we forefathers them to now. Have we seen any change, significant leap from a point of being the first country in West Africa who get education? How far we education and certificate then they play in an international domain with other countries then? How far we being forced in getting electricity and radio broadcast? How far it compete with other almost radio television station within our digital satellite television? So we are still at the 60. We are still at 60. But at 60, we are still at the embryonic stage of development. Right. So for me, instead of withdraw party, it is a moment, exactly agree with Honorable Rukagbo, a moment for reflect and agree with the president that we must commemorate. Commemorate is to mark. You go see some people, they get bad day, then they celebrate because no guys will celebrate, but they put on Facebook, I am +1 today. Now they commemorate in +1. But they tell you say I'm +1 with ABC and their achievements.
All right. Many thanks to you, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa. We'll come back to you. You have done join the team of reflection and for commemorate the 60th independence anniversary rather than for celebrate them. Well, I introduce the next studio guest. Of course, we know that the politician them always people them can vote for where they can have power, they can get manifesto them where they can don't promise people them of waiting and they can do. But most times, some of them manifesto commitments and some man can able achieve, some can get challenged, some not able for do nothing. I want to introduce now the studio this morning. Well, we female studio guests, we're Nasu Fofanah, and the deputy chairperson for the Unity Party and SAFE. Of course, we all know say na a strong advocates for women's issue. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Mabel.
Well, we don't come a very long way. Salon done 60 years after independence, and we don't get the views of different people as to whether Salon for really celebrate this 60 year or the country for use them for reflect on them we don't happen before independence and after independence and stuff. Now we want to look at moving forward. Waiting Salon don't miss. We got for can talk of for all of Dandy and waiting need for be done. For less 61 year now will come, we still they ask whether we for celebrate. But firstly, let we know. Maybe you get a different view. We need for celebrate as a nation these 60 years of independence.
Well, Honorable Tawa talked about reflection and celebration and marking the moment. We need for take stock. Maybe the reflection also taking stock. But I think, say, by now, if we go na sit, if we take Sierra Leone, go na sit, we ask, say, waiting go be we pension. Waiting at the investments we don't make for we public service. Oh, not even already laugh. You go get we for salon at retirement age you don't reach so. So we need for go na seats. Let Mr. Fuadabo tell we waiting at we pension, wait to get for they get every month. I believe say when they do the check, now sit check. When that we get for reflect on. We scorecard or we investments a very poor. And me two brothers, the Nasu, I believe, say get quite a lot of insights because then are lawmakers. We they make plenty fine law them. And I'm glad we Honorable Tawa talk, but we don't need for force political party them for promote women empowerment. We don't. I think say now the greatest insult of the 60th commemoration that's the politicians them. Heavily led by male of political party there. Heavily male dominated. Don't continue for use women as a tool for get into the corridors of power at all levels. But yet, when they come into this space, the only thing and they manifest and waiting they do very, very well. Now for undermine women's political leadership, then they appoint you. If they yarn you not agree, then put other things in your head. They harass you. For 60 years now, that's what they do constantly. As the man politician, they ask them get money now for Gibele. Then they raise with population. Now the thing and they don't do. When I just look no more around, you see yesterday when they talk about data. My own data now for go to the local man and local woman. Let them tell you about their lived experiences. You don't see politicians sit down. It not gets much. But as he gets small money so, the pikin and the begin boku, the girlfriend and the boku. Now outside they pull the resources. So let we talk with the common man they talk. Because the big English time I know they can use now at city. Because I get them boku. But let we come to what the Sierra Leonean, the question we ask me, we ask people. Look where the country been dull. But yet, with the talk say we not celebrate, we celebrate. But certain people and celebrate. Big party been there. I mean, how could the government miss such an opportunity to now bring how many head of states there? First of all, people in Sidon, they just want something for make let them feel a little bit alive. una take the head of state, una go put them as one small room. Not so una then come for cancer, for goodness sake. Some people don't celebrate too. But we as a country, did we celebrate? A lot of we in the reflect. And me, one area where I think to say Sierra Leone, we don't fail, is women and youth. Women are poorer. All day and talk about women's empowerment. We get fine policy, people and where they put policies together. But now what we can put now we leaders them what? They not believe them. They not believe them. And as long as we not hold them accountable to the things them where they don't they do, we get for continue for fail. At 61, as we move the next decade, we get for set we goals. And I believe, say, one particular way we'll get for start this is Sierra Leone, we for know, say, for 60 years, we've been led, now we left the colonial masters then, now we deal with we say first. We've been led by very selfish men, very wicked political parties. I didn't name two brother, they're wicked to this country. And every day, they say corruption. Then say, una they talk, una they sing, but una they do nothing but we just go so una come back, una all get boku money, while the woman they continue for be poor. So me think to say, the reason why to make we don't get an alternative as the unity party, now for let woman them. It's not just a woman, it's a woman-led party, but not so just woman. But now for people and we believe in women's leadership, let's show an alternative. So nobody not going to go sleep with you for symbol. Nobody not going to go give you belay because you wants you. We have to look at these issues. They are really, really important issues where we can try for shy away from. But we know that for now, Sierra Leone, for now we go before. Let we give woman leadership, a chance. And I think saying a point for reflect on.
All right, Nasu Fofanah, Deputy Chairperson for the Unity Party, continue for the with we. Now the program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Not forget the number 077-981-981. Send your message and add your voice to the discussion. Now the program or follow we live now Facebook. Now we ready Democracy Facebook page. We'll go for a short commercial break and continue with the issues then.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
The program you listen to now, Good Morning Salon, and today inside the program we look at Salon at 60 year independence and waiting the country for celebrate, or if at all something the way we really for celebrate in this particular term. And we continue to studio guest them, and this time around we bring in Honorable Abdul Kagbo, a member of Parliament for constituency 077, Nakafobolom Eloko Masama. Where you start for talk, you outline the things them way we for look back and compare to whose side we did now. But you also have, emphasize on reflection. When they talk about reflection, is it that we for look where we start or also we don't get it wrong? Because you reflect on a certain purpose. Waiting exactly we for reflect on at this particular time at 60 year independence.
At 60 year, you have to look at the challenges we don't get. Yeah? We don't get rebel war in this country. And that rebel war took away 11 years, productive years. It makes some man wait for the university, go the secondary school. Some man wait for don't do any master, go. So we get for carefully look at the things then we precipitate the rebel war. Yeah? Go into the TRC report and see how best the information and you go use them for make sure say waiting me don't happen in the past way don't it progress with country not happen again. Yeah? And that make in fact in any country, not excluding Sierra Leone, before development, you begin to talk about investment in agriculture, you begin to talk about investment in the youth, investment in women. The first way for the na peace, national cohesion and stability. Where then they attract foreign direct investment. You take a comparative analysis as to how many foreign direct investments we get in this country now. A minimum, you understand? Because the national cohesion, thing where it get question mark, yeah? We for use them because waiting on Hamburg we na the country. Everybody is political. Everybody is partisan. If this not the SLPP, this the APC. Yeah, if this not the APC, this the Unity Party. If this not the Unity Party, this the NGC. Yeah, a hard for Sierra Leoneans then we get. I know say there are some way not they in any of them parties then they. But hard for Sierra Leoneans they will get independent mind. Let's tell you how politics don't destroy this nation. Yeah, if APC person, it do extremely well in this country, SLPP person no go ever praise her. Instead, then go politicize her. If SLPP person do extremely well in this country, APC person not go ever praise her. So for now we go further as a country, we get forget love for ourselves. We not to enemies. We na brothers and sisters. But if you can't ask, you see how then they treat one Salomon, you go ask say, this na foreigner or this na national or this na Salom person. We see say people and then they lost their job just because of them political parties them where then they, you understand? And when then they sack them, then they go take other person where they na other political party say cancer. How long before they do that as a nation? We Constitution section 26 is very instructing. Say every Sierra Leonean get right for belong now in political party where it is. So national cohesion and peace for we watch what, yeah? We don't see a lot of instances where sometimes small skirmish go happen. You see the police they will use every hand. You go see them fire, then kill. You go see the riot police then go kill, then go use a gun. And that thing then they know they attract foreign direct investment. That thing then they know they bring can development na a country. So for a nation, for how we develop, we get for no say this country it not belong to APC, this country not belong to SLPP. All them political parties then they come, then they go. But the structures the way we set now for the country as a whole. At a long time, you get to make a comparative analysis between Sierra Leone, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Ghana, and see who side they improve, see who side we they get lapses.
The issue of we they look at 60 years after independence and how Salon for like now for the people them. A lot of people and they look up to one of the young politicians and because most of the one that we are old now, people just see like they always do repetition of thing them way them be done they do any set way come now like then they continue for that in old age thing them way them they do now. One of the young one then people then they look up to. But if we look at although you say we not foresee Salon as APC or SLPP young, now the people then get the country. But then two political parties where on our two represent at the studio so this morning as members of parliament. Anyway, how you look at them, now una don dey in charge for as long as una don dey. If not to the APC, now the SLPP, and now una dey come in governance. Really tell Salon people and with a honest view, then two political parties are the APC and the SLPP in terms of basic facility for provide for the people then. The years them where una the two parties that don't dey na power, they really don't provide basic facility like enough sufficient water, light and access for the people and get things for it for the people as they can promise where they can power.
Well, now that make I begin say we not get team for celebrate. We get team for reflect on. You understand? Because the two political parties that we don't dey power, basically play a role for less alone the Usai Ideso. You understand? Eh? But you not go say entirely the two political parties then are being governed by bad people. You get good people in then two political parties then you get bad people in then two political parties then the problem with the responsibility we'll get as young politicians now for increase on the number of good people what we get now them political parties then just like I say, me and Honorable Tawa, we didn't have different political parties, but we are brothers. We are brothers, we are friends, you understand? So we want to begin change the political trajectory. Say, because you did APC, you not for talk to Uda the SLPP. Or because you did SLPP, you get for the in animosity entirely with Uda the APC. And two again, we get forget the people at the center of every decisions the world would take. Every decisions the world would they make. We get forget the Sierra Leoneans they at the center. Now I make insistently they say, if fine for law we reflect, who say we don't go wrong. How we they correct them? What we they do for make sure say we push Shalom from Usai Ide to Usai Ige for day? Because anything we they make now for the generation yet on board. And I don't talk and say for less alone progress. one generation get for sacrifice. And I believe say that in this regeneration, they na a positive trajectory for law make the necessary sacrifice for change the political dynamics na this country.
Honorable Kabo, wetin can happen where the same way una can dey campaign to the people and for let them put on a power, una can like they appear like una get the national interest, the interest of the nation, but no sooner una go into political offices, now selfishness they start, personal interest over the country and political interest can they before. Many politicians can prefer for satisfy waiting the party wants than waiting the nation they long for. Waiting can happen along the line, where can make that change they happen.
Well, again, you get for ask waiting the party then they focus on. Waiting at the aims and objective of the various political parties then. Waiting they want achieve at the end of the day. Yeah. We get moral obligation to we people that we send we in a parliament. And at the end of the term of office, then they make assessment as to how we don't comport ourselves, as to what we don't do, as to how we don't represent them, now the well of parliament. And I want to make it clear, say, basically, we the politicians, then not so we own personal agenda, we get for push. We push with people the agenda. And how you go know say now people the agenda they push, now based on the endorsement where you they get from your people them. So like they say, we need a generation of young politicians them where we can affect the country positively, where we can make sure say we get unity, peace, and national cohesion, where we can make sure say nobody is victimized because of the political party we belong to, where we can make sure say we all unite as a nation, where we can make sure say we protect the territory of the country, where we can expose the country to foreigners there and make them mimic the country. So we get that responsibility as young politicians.
So in line with the new generation what we need, is it that we will take out then two parties are commoting at the center and give a try to individual them where we know say independence in the panel and the loyalty to the public rather than the political party?
I don't believe say that there will be a solution.
Why?
Because any party will not get an opportunity, it will get fine agenda. But we get an opportunity, you go find out say where you can at the shoes. How for control the system different from where they out of the shoes. You understand? Eh? We all know say NGC also a product of SLPP. You understand? Then at the Bishi. UP then just they come up. We watch them kill me.
Yes.
So that means that in the situation where we do so now, we get for continue for a long time.
I say, not all the political parties then, yeah? Waiting at the problem in this country. Now, because if SLPP can have power, then they protect corrupt people with the SLPP. You understand? Make them look good. You understand? And the same thing to APC or other political parties. If the good people in politics ready for come together and say this threat now fair to country for go before, will not they politicize anything. Right. You understand? If the final say changes the dinner the country. But tell me, where SLPP this so? You understand? Any SLPP person will do bad. Then go try for cover. Then go try for make and fine. You understand? Then go try for this and say, hey, but this now party. Long no expert. So for let changes day now the country, we get for ready for sacrifice the one that we corrupt, the one that we no one let this country go before.
All right, continue for the between at the studio, Honorable Abdul Kabo, Member of Parliament from Potloko, they represent APC party na Parliament, and we come over now to Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte. We don't hear waiting. Honorable Abdul Kabo talk about more gets for do with the young breed, this young breed of politicians, and within according to them, believe say get many of our types them salon go able for be a better place. But when they come out from political party, them we can give una symbol before the people and they really vote for una for let una go represent in a parliament. From waiting Honorable Abdul Kabo talk for say we need young breeds, the kind people and we get on a kind mind them for put the nation in interest first. You think say the political party them where they contest the elections them, the one way they give una symbol, really at this time, una see and say they go ready for open the space for let politician them of una times really come on board and let them all one them go na corner. You think say Salon ready for this?
Are we saying the problem na the old one or the new one? I don't understand. We are other than the old one, other than the new. I agree with the songwriter.
We don't get a repetition of the leaders and where they come. Then similar. Eleka, you look at them, then a paddy, una na paddy them. The changes them where we don't see the system. Last year we talked about independence. This year again with the talk about independence, past administration will be the talk about independence. Same issues and still they come up. We mean say something they happen up there where we need different people and for really take up and let we know what's in the problem.
Okay, maybe yesterday in the Renaissance Movement Summit, I give some statistic. I say 75% of the current crop of parliamentarians, they are new, completely new, no ever they per politics, or kind of party business, or kind of parliament. 75%. If you take 75% of 132 members of parliament, you are talking about 110, thereabouts. Yeah? Of that 75%, head count, 51. Now, people are age between 28 and 40. Not a new breed, and they are new breeds. But what thing the system don't succeed for do? Now that if they make you a new breed, you become assimilated, associated, and adapt to the system. And become a culture.
Waiting in the system where they cause that.
Okay, now I'll give you this analogy. Before me go parliament, this is not the 5th parliament. The 1st parliament on party, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Yesterday I put it to one of you and I reply. You have been minority leader. You spent 15 years in parliament. And for that 15 years, no one debate the general reports. And every parliamentarian who say subsection 5 of section 119. Now he must. He say parliament shall. Me not a lawyer, but the lawyer they say in constitution, what they say shall and must. Parliament shall. So the auditor general's report is the property of parliament. How far this new generation, 75%, don't stand together for more don't be advocates. For us, for more don't be advocate in 2018, they did 2018 of the general's reports. For law debate them. How much people don't come together? I'm coming. How much people don't come together behind honorable Tawa? So we all rally together for country interest. Law debate the general's reports. None. I have shouted for so many issues in parliament. Yeah? How much people don't come together? So the problem is not about being new or first time. The problem is about honesty and sincerity to nation. We got for search, we got to do a lot of soul searching if we want to move forward. We got for stop for patronize things the way we don't patronize for 60 years. If we are to move forward in the 61st year, we got for able for look and believe say we party them. Now the primus inter pares, the first among equal. But the country can force. You were born a Sierra Leonean before I become SLPP. The Honorable Abdul was born a Sierra Leonean before he became APC. So what we get for look, in as much as we are APC and SLPP, what is in the interest of Sierra Leone should be number one. We have spoke about corruption. Of that 51 members of parliament, they were to tell you so. Then young people, so then our chairman is the chairman for the committee on youth. We have the chairman of information, Honorable Bustimunda, young person. We have a lot of young people. When a chairman, they will don't get opportunity. How much change do they make? So, by appropriation committee, before the budget they pass, they go through several processes. They read them, they debate them, they go to some appropriation. Outside the MDs, they bring all the money they give them for the previous year. They examine them. They see all the things they audit report they raise. Have we raised it as young people? 75%. So for me, the problem is not about being young, being new, or being old. It's about how we approach the issue of nationhood.
This issue of nationhood, we saying about how we approach them. Una the politicians, and a similar question asked Honorable Kabo. Now, waiting can happen where they make that way where una can they campaign to people and una able for convince them for get una voted in and una go take up positions them way. At the end of the day, wait una promise una they change completely from waiting una can they do during campaign time. Now waiting then at this system where they make as soon as somebody go there, they begin think first, but in self and empathy. And forget saying that people them saying now waiting can happen.
I agree with you saying a politician because if you look outside this system, what will make this system not become entrenched? It was from the action of a politician. Going to the 1990s, you go see say one part of the thing that way was very visible. Now the fact say them print money in this country. Now the back of the money, now how them put together is so that entire can read it. That was the clear message was say when you come, can't enrich yourself. So it is a thing where we for change, and the only way we change them. Now the people now they get the power. Don't not forget all this what they talk so. I am a member of parliament because constituency 132 say you will be. Before now, every other post will win a constituency 132. Now APC. But today, I am a member of parliament representing the SLPP. In that constituency, nobody believes SLPP will win there. Because I preach change to the people, and I therefore leave that change there. So in reality, if we are to make change, now we get forget for steadfast, we for be firm, when the people of Israel face Moses with trial and temptation at the mountain of Massa and Meriba, Moses go to God in annoyance. The people they show ungratefulness. Now one great thing God tell her, he says stand firm. So if we are to move forward, the people of this country will stand firm and believe, say, if you are coming to us with a message, you have to live that message.
So, in line with member of parliament them standing up tall, you make example for say almost people don't campaign for say Honorable Tawa. I mean, let we protest or rally for things that in our national interest. You think that foundation we don't did it previously for let you be member of parliament for a particular party, then you stand against something you know say this not in the interest of the public.
Well, I hope say this first way you want for associate with me will be positive for Sierra Leone. It not ever happen. Now the history of Sierra Leone, parliamentary politics in Sierra Leone. Say a member of parliament and also give that one the credence to President Bio, yeah, and the SLPP. For let you get a member of parliament of your party. They advocate things them where your party they do. But they not use 77-1K for throw me out. Or they go through other things them. Yeah. I don't in a parliament for 8 months, I know they talk. No other parliamentarian not say, hey, this is not right. If Tawa know they talk, if this member of parliament they talk, after a blatant violation of the constitution, we say if they can go to ethics and privilege committee, 1 month, 30 days, the report for crime, the report not come, then that report becomes invalid. Who's young member of parliament we say, no, it has passed time, it's time is overdue, with the exception of Honorable Laima, who one they call say it don't pass 30 days. Nobody knows say we not go sit parliament if we don't know the outcome of this report. So for me is collective approach to national issue. Now the only way for us to succeed. Right. If anybody tell you say me 1 grain, Tawa 1 grain, I don't shout say what you are nothing. So if we not come together collectively, we cannot move forward.
Continue for the with the Honorable Ibrahim Tawa content inside the program now. We go for a commercial break.
Because money easy for loss, like how it easy for broke egg. You save not for life you couple business, so people they will not sabi, and one day we get ben. Union Trust Bank get all the correct and master sabi people them for help make you couple better. We na Union Trust Bank. Team up tiganga. So your money go fine with no wahala. And you no go get we kind service no other side. Make good use of we SMS alert where they show you your money transaction. Enjoy the internet banking services for check your accounts. Safe, you can visit we website on www.utb.sl for no more but we order plenty products and service them. Now Union Trust Bank. Excellence now it's on card. Union Trust Bank, the force and true Salomon Bank.
All right, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue with the come to Nasu Fofanah, when are the deputy chairperson for Unity Party. We don't listen to the gentlemen, then we come out. Well, from the political party, then when are they done the lead with so far, the SLPP and the APC, members of parliament, they don't talk, waiting anything say, now the problem na salon we make the country they outside so. Now when they come over to you, the Unity Party, political party where they come up. On ourselves, of course, don't know the system for very long time. You don't observe waiting to happen. Government come, you serve now the last administration. You've been there in State House as well, and I believe say yourself have guessed with different theme of national development. But from the Unity Party this morning, waiting so far I don't identify say now the problem na salon we make the country day like how it is so.
Allegiance to political party na the cancer na Sierra Leone. The Unity Party, one thing we're very distinct about we now that we allow agency. So we chairperson now somebody where we put under scrutiny when we know say it go out of line and vice versa. Because as you rightly say, I served at the last administration, and I see what they happen at this new administration as well. We get two vibrant politicians, then I ask you, from then two very old. What they talk about old? Let us talk about the political party, not even the individuals. Then where the bullying is entrenched in the clause. It's unspoken, but it did it. Because what do they hear from the two gentlemen then I ask you? Is that they not get agency. They get agency for themselves, but when it comes to what they should do, agency not they. Because the political party then they strangle them. How the political party then they strangle them, and so the executive they strangle them as well. So anytime when they step out of line, then they pay they go through heavy consequences. Honorable Tawa, you know me, parliamentarian. Of course, I no vote for you. But I get a lot of respect for you. And the new normal for be waiting with the scene at this place here, so today, one of the alap by each other, would they listen to each other. But as he said, they're not plenty. And they're not plenty because people are not married to them political party they are so. The political party, and most of them are led by some very old good men are there because they are mostly men. If you look at the political party structures in this country, now they don't begin to give chairman, chairwoman to woman, regional chairs. Everything is so structured around male. Then they go put we na the chicken wings. For make them put one woman as a wing, for make sure say that woman is sit down per other woman. So then go take the responsibility of them. So now make we for win at the Unity Party. We find out, we realize, the political party then we don't lead with for 60 years. They don't get no intention for the woman in leadership. The only intention we then get now for discredit women. Give small, give position. In fact, they give woman a big position there. But that position, most of the time, now waiting the past the woman they do. And okay, agency, the past administration, this administration, the way they treat our women appointees.
So you talk about power waiting the past, who that are the power?
The presidents.
Okay.
The presidents then. Okay. The presidents then get a lot of power. Of course, not in they appoint. So this now like when they go mortgage you. Okay. Most of the time, not token. They put people in a position, just like where the country then elects, then elects them gentlemen there. But when they go serve, the party they twist their hand. So we for win a Unity Party, we look at one of the problems over there, that woman they not get, real leadership within the political party dispensation.
So you don't emphasize on Unity Party and gender equality. I'll be asked Honorable Abdul Kabo the same question. Say, is it that we need to take the two main party them out of the center and give a try to a new one? You think that's the solution?
There are so many, you see, the thing is, somebody said me the other day say, I would say yes, last say we done the first. Then why they're not good for this country. This SLPP, APC, they're not good. I was a member of the APC for 18 months. Okay? And when I've been there, I'm proud because not be my choice. Nobody no force me. But when I say I'm not going to get the kind of agency way I need within a political party structure, I come out. So these gentlemen, they have a choice. Yeah, and the responsibility has to be with us and them as well as individuals. When I'm not going to complain, say this they happen, then somebody they go, people they don't vote to now for go talk waiting, for go serve them. Then people in the muzzle now. Honorable Tawa say from where this thing don't happen, I know they talk in parliament. No other person not join me because if Honorable Abdul want for join them, the APC will say, "Uswana you business day." But this is what we should be doing. You should leave these political parties and actually. Come, who say una no say, una get agency, una can Unity Party. Me, they invite una now. Because una know they go for survive at this place here.
So at this stage, Madam Nasu, politician are politician. Some people will go to listen to you currently, and the guests go to say now because una self not come on top of the game yet. No sooner una self come, una go for can join.
No.
The same system. No, we don't practice for a very long time. Now let me look at the other side of the coin.
Maybe let we not accept this as the reality. We have fine people within these political parties, okay? Waiting will not be done get now a choice and alternative because just like where Onai will say, he say NGC now
the right choice and
of course not the right choice.
Right,
now the right choice because we they come, we don't now 60 years understand a new party, it grow. The one that we get good vision for this country. We can come together. We put ideas together. So that collective responsibility. When they want them in Ongo, then go meet from them forefathers to them because they're not being they give the mothers then chance. So not call you man any. Okay, then don't write what they want and how they want for rule. So you where you just they can you toe the line. If you come out of that line, they get problem.
The issue now for take people to account, make them be accountable because then people are working in governance. Now people they vote them in for let them go to the end. If they do good or they do bad, now the one that we vote them in, we always the blame. When are we the citizens them election time, now we they go to the polls for decide who that we want for be we leader them. 60 years after independence, Salon people don't really make the right choice them for the country during elections. Because if we dey complain every year, it means something they happen where people are not like. But now we again they go choose we leader them. We don't really they complain at the ballot box as to say we want for see developments and Salon and it happen. They complain they they late through we vote them. We don't able forget that person where they seek the interest of the country.
Well, because we always they deceive with people them, and you know we don't socialize with people them to bad governance. So just not all wait no more say towards Christmas where would they begin talk politics, would they begin talk about elections and this and that. You will see people and where they cry they elect today, then still they go wear them political particulars. They're not we know they all we leaders then accountable. When you all try for all your leaders accountable, then they talk say you na Honorable Tawa, then say now that's troublesome boy. Other area plenty. You understand? When you speak up for the people them, what you can for candidates say you troublesome. So we need for socialize with people then differently. How do we do that? We need for show an alternative. People then get for see something for compare. Okay? All man they say if you not get money, yes, elections it they about money. But most of the time then people don't thief boku money, they don't keep them. Then they wait no more when time can. Then go give people a bag rest. All the investments will they not agree for do for them. Then they can't then lie again. It is very, very difficult that we not plenty way they able go out there and say to with society. And because we also get for say we get for live by what they say. Most of the time we don't live by what we say. But let me come to one particular point. And so I give them a chance. I want to unity, not as a unity party, but coming together and working together for Sierra Leone. Let cancel this administration. When this administration came, I was still in the APC. I reached out at London. I get an opportunity. Okay? They miss track. Because people like us in that party, we before able don't even help them at the southeast. But all them una them two political parties they una get problem.
So now waiting at the problem because not to the political party, now individuals they make up this party. If you look at how the APC and the SLPP form now either breakaway, the new unity party again we they talk about so breakaway go get for happen because now on the bunch no more the way they come on here today go yonder tomorrow. But now the same people them. How this change go come when are the same people them they then are the different party then?
Because again, the same people, but people forget space and choice. So I tell you now, for example, when me being still there with the APC, at the London, okay, an opportunity come for me country. Okay, in 2018, the Commonwealth Business and Investment Council, when a membership organization, where countries then they join and they pay money, okay, organizations and they pay money. The chairman of that council, they introduced me to them. When they introduce me, I go meet them. I talk to them. Because he say, for investment purposes, he say Sierra Leone, he say, we image not very good. He said, they try for work with the, former administration. So that they go look for, again, see how they can for support the country. I get that conversation there. Gladdy one. Now the chairman say, okay, we go right to Sierra Leone, the way you can meet with, the way you come. In fact, we're not going to make Sierra Leone pay. Okay? Then write letter to them, congratulate the head of state. That letter they come to one of the advisors them. I know say he reach him. But let me tell you what then happened after that. Then decide, because now new government, and then say, okay, we go help for, support on our image in the, business for doing business. Then write the president. Say, then they invite him now Saudi Arabia for go with 10 business people. I push for let woman in another delegation. We don't do all that now, we pass the letter to State House. We go to the secretary, to the president, and the scope at the time. On the 22nd of August 2018, the president appending signature accepting that invitation. Let me tell you what happened, because at the end, I will show you the letter, Honorable Tawa. Just follow you, approve it. Because the people in right say, then say thank you to Madam Nasu for do this introduction. Here I was saving my country X amount of membership. I was going to open, investment opportunities. So at least for the country in branding. You know what's happening? Where you see that letter, they can answer that the president don't sign. First of all, then they send the letter back to the people and then send all the copy, the minutes of waiting the president, guys, all tonight and bundle and send to the people. Then send and so we don't gladly. Then say now, okay, would we for deal with for organize this delegation for camp? Everybody from the scope then to the SP, to Omofo write the letter, to the former DG na Foreign Affairs, they all stop for respond to them people. It was embarrassing. They stop for respond.
Okay.
And it was so sad. Only for make a comeback salon, I ask, say, waiting happen. Waiting happened. So we they talk about coming together and then they say, let we all work together. Here was an instance where I was trying to support my country.
Okay.
But because of the name, then being get for me, somebody make comments, and if the president asks, I go tell him. So saying that because let us know can't take credit for this, then make sure say an opportunity for this country went down. So this cancer of then we party, so
right.
for contribute. It is one of the things we need to eradicate, and we for call them kind very gross disadvantage when they take
Okay, continue for the
wrong.
week. We Deputy Chairperson for the Unity Party, Nasu Fofanah. Inside the program, Good Morning Salon now, we dey go for a break.
Because money easy for loss, like how it easy for broke egg. You save no for life you couple business, so people they will not sabi, and one day we get ben. Union Trust Bank get all the correct and master sabi people them for help make you couple better. We na Union Trust Bank. Team up tiganga, so your money go fine with no wahala, and you no go get we kind service no other side. Make good use of we SMS alert where they show you your money transaction. Enjoy the internet banking services for check your accounts. Safe, you can visit our website on www.utb.sl for no more, but we order plenty products and service them. Now Union Trust Bank, excellence now it's on card. Union Trust Bank, the force and true Salomon Bank.
Because in confusion.
But this confused me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in wall solid. Look him block them with them beat for him, where they save solid. And at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind of magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are they use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cement in the country, when a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Stay safe from coronavirus. Use EcoBank mobile app today. Download now from Google Play Store.
EcoBank, the leading bank na salon. Don't come with new mobile app. We get EcoBank Pay. Mama, papa, brother, sister. Discount for pull you by a bar. This mobile app, na small bank inside your phone, where you can use for transfer money. Yeah, to any bank. EcoBank Pay. Fangu. You can use them for pay for goods and services. Pay for local tax, school fee, buy top up. Not forget the EcoBank virtual card. Yeah, we can use online.
So what are you waiting for? Download the EcoBank mobile app today and start enjoying easy banking, easy life, no yagba. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
The program you listen to na Good Morning Salon, and we will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. My name is up to you, Kalon.
And Mabel Kaba.
Inside the program now, they look at one of our headlines to read them. King All Mining Company, we don't take over the Tonkolele mines after which Shandong Steel, we don't left. And this company don't do the first shipment. But the community and security manager for Port and Rail, Naking O Mining Company, Mohammed Toure say, people let thief the train in clip and do other things them where they cause plenty accidents for the train, where they bail mineral from Tonkolele mines to Pepel Port na Potloko district. For more on this, Musa Kamara get more and go report.
Kingo Investment na parent body for Kingo Mining, Port and Rail, where they operate from Ferengbeya na Tonkolili districts to Pepel na Potloko districts. We send in mine iron ore from Tonkolili and transport them to Pepel for shipments. But our operation don't talk with this company since they start for work, especially in the area of the rail, where they use for transport dirty, where they mine from Tonkolili to Pepel. Mohammed Toure, na security and community manager for Kingo Port and Rail, say people they thief part of the rail where they unbug the train in Waka 1.
The challenges they face now, the theft of we clips them were very, very important. The clips and just like where they get bought in shirts. How they clips and they thief them come out, now so the rail they open. And when the rail don't open, it will cause derailment. Derailment are like where the train they go, then it come up on the rail. Then of course that one line they go pound, waiting can happen is eventually it will end up on Fodom. And wait for them, it will cause a lot of damages them. If we not be careful, if anybody there or na fatal incidents and will happen.
Apart from the thief, Mohammed Toure Semwe so talk about the way people can dry clothes, put stick, left them picking them for playing at the rail, and do other things them where they endanger their life.
About 4 weeks ago, one small picking way age 3, people then left them abandoned or they neglect them. This picking also work out on in Yon, all the way at the rail track. The train been just pass from tap in foot. We take and go to hospital.
But how did they work for address this challenge? Mohammed Toure again.
We they sensitize them. We they even tell them say that train they for let it go stop automatically. Go for like over 1 kilometer for let it go stop in an emergency stop. So we can explain that to them. We can show them videos them. We can put them down. We talk to them. Local people or the community people them. We don't employ them as with security. One as we flagman then can open the rail where the train they pass and put them back. They would even get a subcontractor who then call Gorilla, where then serve the then send a security company, where then serve they patrol the rail. They will even get another Chinese company, where then they maintenance the rail, then say get their own personality, they would then say they walk along the rail for make sure say people are not farm, they're not them picking and not playing at the rail, they're not selling at the rail, they're not sit down at the rail, they're not put stick there at the rail. All this is safety concern.
So they can sit down at the rail, sell at the rail, or dry clothes at the rail?
Always, all the time, except to they go there when they talk to them. When they don't wash them, close them, they don't get no side for put them, then they go put them along the rail, tap the rail, then fish and they go dry. Even then they say also them get Luma, now for a dugu. One small picking 9 people, then they picking to map it up and dance at the rail. You know, when music they play. All that in a safety concern. Then other areas in the back where people then they cross the rail, with them picking and then they left them picking at the end. And then side in an illegal crossing place them. Because we don't make side them for the, we side them for the cross, we side them for the stop, when they for go, when they for come back. So all that you don't try for do them to the community people them.
Leaders them na the over 100 community them where this rail they pass through from Tonkolili to Pepel get big role for play. Usman Fofanah na chiefdom speaker for Kamasondo chiefdom inside Pepel na Potloko districts.
If they continue for keep them clips here, the train not going to pass. So we have a stakeholder will take the responsibility for we talk to people then, we section chief them, we township them, the demand as well. But let people then stop for do this thing because if we find out say this rail there, then really away they try for tips so now who gets up get them. That's their own property because the waiting them tell we today they say now their own people then get this their property outside the rail and they train the pass by the rail side.
When I get an idea as to what's in the do with that.
Well, some man at times they say that they make with a cutlass system, and they use them for make cutlass. They say that sharp something the way they use for make cutlass, and small something the way they able to take quick and go.
Out then Chifia, they work together for tap then kind here where they happen. Usman Fofanah again.
Well, we try to call the section chief, then call the town chief. We don't call them several occasions. Well, we engage them, tell them the way out and they do this thing enough fine or let them stop. We don't they try and which time they try for call the company at least let them employ the one the way they are in the red corridor so that then we able to employ people the way they did then at least then we able to assist for their security day at the place there.
All this be where the Kingo Mining Company organize football game them. Now the community them where they operate. Now the community them where they operate na Tonkolili and Pepel. Where this, according to Abdul Malik Bangura, head of communication and media for Kingo Investments, now part of their social corporate responsibility.
This game is like a window to the community. We don't believe cinema always when they talk about job, community development and all. There are times we also go for those social activities where we resonate with the daily activities of the people. As you may very well know that the major sports in Sierra Leone now football. And the only thing where they able to count Sierra Leone and them together in that very joyful fashion. Now, where then they play football. So now make we decide for organizing game there also.
Abdul Malik, Semweso say, apart from the football game, then get other projects them, where they do na community them, where they operate, like the Kamasondo community inside Pepel na Port Local district.
For Kamasondo now also, they don't already submit to we 2 proposals, one for school, one for health center. I can confirm to you now without any iota of doubt that the health center where they say it cater for over 15,000 people in this particular chiefdom, with all in other island communities, we the fund the rehabilitation and the provision of medical facilities in that particular health center there. But we also get other things back. Also, we don't tell them for me to go meet them people the right proposal for. We also look at issue of agriculture, infrastructure, where we set ready for fund in line with the typical areas now the CEDA project.
Abdul Malik end up say they go continue for work with the community people for continue for give strength to the party business. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
We they continue with the program, they look at order of red line and come back to the studio guest them. This BNTM1 video will be go around social media outside people send up presidential guards them, be they make some comments we not good for the country peace. Well, this make the minutes this BNTM will see pull press release as full side and talk and investigates the issue. Well, Osman Kamara look inside this issue and outside the spokesperson for the Salon Army, Group Captain John Albert Bondo say the military they take serious action against the soldier man them way the investigation go done. Osman Kamara look inside and gonna report.
We dey wait for the war wey no say in Kakatoa, wey big pass alone.
The voice we just hear na voice of some presidential guard them. Women they sing and dance and send message to the public, where plenty people believe say, as security people, not for one and not correct. One institution will always concern about this, now the Citizen Advocacy Network.
The military are one of state institutions where people respect so much. And for them we get element within the way they present themselves for be partisan and unprofessional and way they carry themselves. And it's a very big threat to security in the country. For soldier man, they brandish weapons and they send out threats to a set of citizens of the country, taunting that they will kill anybody who attempt to do anything. It's totally wrong, especially when you live in a state where governed by law and order. Nobody no get right for kill somebody just like that, or for begin a brandish gun and they threaten for kill. These are people where I must say allegations that don't come around them. Even the Panama massacre. That the president in guards can be involved in that. A lot of people anyway the pass with their allegations, they're all over the place.
In name na Thomas Conte, and in the executive director for Citizen Advocacy Network. Now in voice to just hear, also raise concern about this video where this report they look inside. Thomas Conte carry on say the Ministry of Defense for look inside this issue and take action against the soldier man them will do this.
If people lost interest, they lost confidence in the security system. That is how society degenerated to chaos and anarchy. And that is how we get the 11 years of war. When people get the slightest belief that the security agency can be used for perpetrate acts of violence, kill people at will. And there was nothing really come out of that. We expect the people also for them be called to book and then be asked for actually face certain disciplinary actions. There is a prima facie evidence already. Clear evidence. And the military over time don't be one kind of institution where people get so much respect for. We dey hope and pray that the military leadership, the authority, the chief of defense staff, even the president, the commander-in-chief, for look into this particular issue and see how we will sanitize the security agency.
After all concern here, I been talk to the military spokesperson, Group Captain John Albert Bundo, and Adisi been say.
We guys that don't make a mistake, waiting and do a not correct, a wrong. We humble enough for admit that we dey handle the situation, we will put it under control, and the others them will learn from this mistake. They know they go scot-free. They will be dealt with. So until after the investigation, then you find a person wanting, then you decide now, say, who's charged, who go charge this man. What I go tell you for sure is that we know left and lying down. We dey deal with them. With regards to this issue, my message is learn from this. You company don't make mistake. You yourself want to do the same thing, stop, not one.
Group Captain John Albert Bundo end up calling the public for patience with them, so take the investigation done, and call on other soldier man them, not for mixed panenka in tia. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the reports.
When you buy and service your Toyota vehicle to the right people them, you know they get one a that. And that's na Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited, na 21 Bible Road Kisi Freetong. Sika Motors na the only authorized distributor for Toyota vehicle and genuine Toyota spare parts them na the country for Toyota Motors Corporation of Japan. Them vehicle and design for meet the weather condition of this country. Them make them vehicle then specially for meet the utility, commercial, private, and executive vehicular need. You go get 3-year or 100,000 kilometer warranty. In our tap though, you go get license and registration with free regular service up to 15,000 kilometer for any Toyota vehicle where you buy from Sika Motors. With the state-of-the-art workshop, we get modern diagnostic machine them together with trained technician them go give you vehicle the service precision where it need, where that go give you the collate where you deserve. For no more about Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited, go na number 21 Bible Road Kisi Freetong. Telephone 088 012 350 and 088 012 355. Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited, the party where you for believe, forget original and quality Toyota vehicle and spare parts them.
They continue with the program Good Morning Salon. They come back to the studio guest them. And they come over to Honorable Abdul Kabo. We don't talk about waiting. Don't they happen at the country and self waiting it for change for let the story of Salon go change after 60 years of independence. Now we go back to una the members of parliament them. We don't it clear for say una the member of parliament them get oversight role again for play over the executive. But to they see government in government come, any administration we come, they complain say a meteoroting system, the economy they bad, but yet still then they can't dismiss people and from their work, where they see then they cancel contracts them, and so many other things them where they happen repeatedly anytime where the country change administration. One of the members of parliament them wait for serve as oversight over the executive as well. If we look at this on a role of looking at the tenure, where we see them political party where they come na power, they cry and comping down. We not don't see constructive continuity of governance na Salon over the past years. Una don't feel Salon people them as to playing on a role for oversee the executive?
No, I don't believe so. Because as members of parliament, I want to let the public be rest assured, say, not to Honorable Tawa no more, or not to me and Honorable Tawa no more patriotic in parliament. Yeah, we get a young crop of members of parliament, then we then similarly patriotic, where they don't take up crucial issues. And I tell you, for be a member of parliament, you're not going to know the risk until you go inside parliament and begin be a voice of the people. Yeah, on several occasions, some of we don't they talk to the extent that then the arrest we go lock in a cell. I've slept in cell with common criminals. And the police clearly tell me, say, you go ensure, say, you lock him out in the parliament. We get other young members of parliament then, from also the political parties then, we also don't stand for waiting correct and waiting wrong. Yeah, we get a lot of instance, not to one issue no more in parliament wrong.
But the
we
issue
don't
of
get
continuity in governance,
yes.
where not they happen,
yeah,
it affects the country.
Yeah, at the candy. We got a lot of instances them where don't they happen in parliament. We're not correct. Where member of parliament and they lend them voice they. You know, say at a point in time, all the members them of APC, then pull them as chairman of committees. You understand? At a point in time, Honorable Mara, they lock him. at a point in time, Honorable AKK, he go dey up then send paper up down na gallery, say, where you dey talk so, where you come on with they attack you. We don't see Honorable Aaron Koroma also don't now publicly they argue out with the Finance Act, the increment of local commodities, that we get fairly good number also of SFPP members of parliament and say we can stand for things that we correct. So I don't want to let the public entirely lose it. Even Honorable Tawa emotion we erase. For let you raise emotion and properly learn, you need a simple majority. And if you don't get that simple majority, enough for them even able to lay that paper there. So for say honorable members of parliament and just relax, they're not do anything, this, that. No, me now one possible all different.
So honorable Abdul Kabo, in
Yes,
terms
sir.
of realization, all in here we talk, people go out there go they say how sincere they you would be into what you do as member of parliament.
If you're not being sincere, government not forever make let they arrest me, they lock me now say.
But you ready for continue for go through the marginalization day?
Let me tell you, it was I think Natamo Sankara said the hottest place in hell is preserved for those who maintain neutrality in moral crisis. Yeah? Bad thing they happen because good people learn settlement. Yeah? And some of we don't mind. Even when I'm in a lonely police cell, I was prepared even for letting Kemi go pa them back. But once not to thief at it. And now make one thing clear. Sometimes the people and they say, hey, the political party did this, the political party did this. My own personal experience, whenever I have stood against issues with a national concern, to the extent that they arrest me, the first set of people away they go to me head, na political party. Na mi party na go stand for me, na police cell. Say, but this man is not tifo. This man not a thief. This man not a DCD. And they stood by me, and anytime where we debate, we nationalistic, we they get tap on the back of our shoulder, say, no, you did well today. Now, so this, that. So we experience with political parties, they vary. But so far, I have received the best of support where I need from my party for the things they were they do in our parliament. We correct. You understand? For the things them, for the way where they stand, we nationalistic. If you not to that, my spirit for don't be watered down. But my spirit no watered down. Because my party they say, yes, go, yes, boy, go. This is the way to go. This is Sierra Leone. Think Sierra Leone. Talk about Sierra Leone.
If we look at the broader picture now from the whole parliament itself, not so just you and Honorable Tawa waiting at the studio this morning, una all as members of parliament, talking about the issue of continuity, waiting you think say need for be done for let una keep the executive on their toes, for say new administration of for come and bash all waiting all administration on to say because make her with me own plans.
Well,
because if we not get continuity in a salon, I don't think say anything will get for change soon. Because if any administration we can they begin back from zero, then there is a problem. Una the members of parliament waiting need for be done.
Well, interestingly, I they do my thesis cover we function in our parliament and this parliament, you know. And interestingly, you know, as a member of parliament, how you they get your symbol? You they begin get your symbol from the constituency level, you go to the district level, you go to the regional level, they come to the national officers. Now then they make you get symbol, yeah? Based on them votes, the way then they vote and the support way then they get. And for let you get symbol, you must have been in their good books or you must have performed well in the constituency. Therefore, no say yes, now you the people that want the constituency. The way you party win, yeah? Then people then the way award you symbol. Now then they make ministers. Now then they make directors. Now then they head the MDAs. Them.
So allegiance go to them more.
They can do oversight functions on the one the way they give you symbol. You understand? Waiting at the tendency say if you be strict, if you be okay, you do it uprightly, then go award you symbol the next time. And now that's your parliament don't they suffer from the days of the old.
So if that's not changed, the continuation way we did now for let people they get more loyalty and allegiance to political party.
It go difficult because you ask any member of parliament today, they want go back in a parliament. And you they do oversight on the one way they give you symbol. Waiting at the possibility say, if you come out and all are accountable for the things the way they do in a governance way not correct, you go get the symbol. Watch all the district chairmen. You understand? They are all ministers. You understand? And you get members of parliament where they oversee them. Where then they, like for example, in Bo, yeah, the district chairman is Kanja. And Kanja Sisi. And Kanja Sisi is the minister of energy. Then the MP where they in charge of energy, na Kekuda Vandi. We also na member of parliament from Bo. So he is overseeing his chairman.
Okay.
So how possible he go able to do work effectively without any fear say he go lose his symbol?
Honorable Tawa Conte, maybe you go help in this. In terms of the members of parliament, you don't find yourself in a situation where similar to waiting Honorable Kabobi they explained this now, where sometimes the member of parliament go on for doing work, but the member say back home if I say this, it will affect me for the second time. If I want to come back, I might lose my symbol. Waiting need for be done for let people na the political parties them really know say when somebody do an assignment, then for allow and forget the free hands for doing work.
The person who on the assignment forget this belief at the back of your mind. Say it better for let die for something than die for nothing. If that belief in your mind, then you do your work fairly and justly. I believe in the SLPP. I believe in the presidency of Julius Maada Bio. I have been in the SLPP for as long as God knows how long. Papa Obama in APC. APC, Koko APC, Tik one, Papa na APC. When Papa they are alive in APC, in the SLPP. Because I believe in the values of the SLPP. But that no limit me say, where they do me work, I forget say, me na Sierra Leonean. Or that no limit me say, why they do me work, I remember say, hey, me symbol tomorrow. Now God na give power. It is from God that power comes. So if God say this power, you get her. Look how much you vilify President Bio. He went through everything. But God say, you time, we come, and they give you. Today is President of Sierra Leone. So if we all believe, say, we not for put, we interest. The point where Honorable Abukabo is this now, it states clearly, say, we they protect with small interest over the country. Because if I think about me symbol, say I perform, I was chairman for the shortest time anyway, for transparency. But all man say I be conduct my business at transparency openly. The question MDAs, then the question things that we get for do with the operations of government, the administration of government. I looked into Salcab. All man know how come out. I looked into the issue of Kimo and enemy. All man know what's in my position on that day. So it is not them. It is the country. And every one of them, be district chairman, be district general chairman, be you supposed to go play role by me symbol tomorrow, you accept the appointment for President Bio with an oath that you dey pledge for serve Sierra Leone. And me say take me an oath. I say I shall be a true faith to the Republic of Sierra Leone. And if I will be a true faith to the Republic of Sierra Leone, I will forget all them small connections, then all them small attachment, all them small regalia them, and focus on my job. If I do my job diligently, yeah, trust me, go difficult for less me. So, as it is, let me finish. As it is, I believed I am doing my job diligently. As it is, I believe, say, you may not like me, but you may want constituency 132. So you got for members say 132 is Tawa. Tawa is 132. But if I begin forget, say, I get for protect me patronage and continue to protect me patronage and lost me people them. I don't do and the same thing. It's not a futility because I go get the favor of me political patronage, but me people don't know go like me. So I go team up me predecessor. It patronized in political party. Yeah. But he lost the faith of the people. Who are the MP today? Not me.
So looking at how much you don't stand out against the way you go to parliament because you believe say not in the interest of the public, you they do and forget to change, not to follow them just say Honorable Tawa stand against this. You think say you don't get that expected change where you don't stand against or on issues and where you know say this if it come into law, it will really affect people.
Sure. For example, when the finance bill of 2019 was introduced in parliament, the issue of an accountable interest day, everybody was. In fact, all the MPs they said they had the speaker. I said no. I said, not helpful for the country. We stood on the grounds, we ran on the grounds that we are going to bring change. And one of the things that we will be see clearly that leakages and wastages they are in the State House. So if we say they give an accountable interest, then it means we are patronizing the whole system, in fact amplifying it, so it should not stand. At the end of the day, the president not sign her. The president return her and we expunge her. That's one significant change. Number two, even though the house come with the Commission of the Anti-Corruption Commission pool, she by like for say one who vilify me. But today, that's a clear goal scored. If you go to parliament today, parliament is more transparent than it used to be.
Okay.
Number three, today, other members of parliament, they talk about debating the Auditor General's report. Before now, nobody was talking about all man and the go to PSC. But I took it on, even though we're the chairman for the PSC and the deputy speaker of my own party, and a member of my own party. I said, no, what in the constitution say? The constitution are the governor, is supreme. So for me, the changes are coming, and this is what they do, or the thing that I advocate, or the thing that they talk for protect my party interest one, but protect Sierra Leone, one of the bigger picture. And over and above that, I need to do one for awards, I need to do one for accolades, I need to do one for praises, I need to do one for let we all come together and let we see the bigger picture.
So this bigger picture, where we they look at, let me get you take on waiting you say think about the issue of governance and continuity. We not on the see this they happen. Like say governments come and meet an agenda and continue with them. Anyone will come, they bring your agenda and begin back from zero. Must always in the past one be don't do. Waiting that you take on this.
That is the biggest challenge we get for the 60 years. We'll make if we go and ask it like Nasu say, we'll get back to end of service benefits. If you go back to the handing over speech where President Kabadu to President Koma, he said he don't set aside money for build Koindu market. Would that be Sabi Koindu market? No say Koindu market na be the melting point of Mano River Union. Ivory Coast, they commode cocoa, they can do business, Guinea, Liberia. We they get foreign currency from Koindu. Expansion of Koindu before don't help for reduce the foreign currency pressure right now in Sierra Leone. But where President Koma come, he thinks if you do na continuation of President Akaba's agenda. So you forget about that. Today, we are struggling for foreign currency. So continuity is a problem. If you look at President Biden is still get in agenda, but he still a push with things that we Donald Trump, we think say they do. We're right. Donald Trump said they pull out American troops now Afghanistan for end the war. Give me. Biden said they give September. But will they pull out to scope? Enough is enough. So it is about choosing what is good and leaving the bad ones. Okay. President Bill never sanitized leakages. That one not be bad thing. He never sanitized leakages. How? That not be bad thing. But if President Kogoma be they do something before President Bill, when are fighting for Salon, I think say it is about time that we focus on country agenda.
Okay.
Making the country agenda. Whosoever come, you manifesto commitment plus what's good in the policy administration because President Bill for come after 10 years. After 10 years. So
after 10 years.
President Bill is going to win again.
Okay.
President Bill will come after 10 years. After 10 years.
Okay.
So you don't see for example, quality.
No, we can't.
Quickly, some of them think they are the make. Some of them think they are people they say na the problem na the country. So because at this stage, Honorable Tawa, at this stage, now some of them think they are people on the point on say. People already get the mindset to say each party we can have power now for 10 years. Where it's supposed to be 5 years, then we go back to the elections, back to the polls, people then decide. Now you they confirm and I say it's a 10-year rule.
No, I'm not confirm it's a 10-year rule.
You say
you don't confirm.
Okay, let me say something.
Withdraw.
Tawa make a doubt.
Okay, let's say something.
Because they condemn the system, they say let it.
Tawa no law of nature.
Wait.
You don't understand. No. They don't say Boku time. I also
listen, we are having a honest national conversation.
True, correct.
Yeah. It is not a systemic, it is not APC government or SLP government. They think they will talk about nothing they will happen, government after government. It is a repeated issue.
So change not go there at this particular
time. So what are they saying now? Do I believe that the SLPP will win the next election? Yes.
Why?
Because I'm a member of the SLPP. So it is in the interest of the Honorable Abdukagbo.
So this statement you made.
For I believe say APC they win. So it is the interest of Nasu. For I believe Madam Nasu. For I believe say UP they win. So at the end of the day, what thing can force now that it doesn't matter who wins the election. What thing can force now that who that ever win the election day, the agenda has to be set.
So is it on the national interest or party basis?
Honorable Tawa, you jump. You talk about Pakaba, where he left, the money for Kwendu. Then you jump. You not talk about President Koma, where he left, where President Bio for don't continue. Wait to make you jump, anyway, left for next time. But when you tell them here, you got to make sure say you not jump because you don't remember anything. No, you don't remember. Okay, let me remind you that Bokutin anyway, President Koma himself put in handover. Where President Bio don't can, he don't jump. You see, if only wait till they talk now with the practice, it go be very good. Even like now, sometimes forget something where we they celebrate. If we they follow, you understand the continuity of governance. But when you go take people them, when no one day control, anch them as administrators, you put them around you. You understand? It's very, very difficult. It's a very difficult job to be a president. But when you get people that will not get, but I'm not to take this away from the presidency, the president, because now you people elect, now you will elect. So the responsibility lies solely on the president for take their advice then or not take their advice then. So me, I think to say we need for begin make sure say we leaders them at the helm of affairs. We we squarely put the responsibility on them. Because what you can do most of the time is we they make them leaders then are so godlike. Now people are already around them, we they remove them away from that. And we need to stop doing this as Sierra Leoneans. If you responsible, now we don't give this portfolio. You say they can't stop leakages. They're under your foot. They don't go up in BB gutter. Ijo they leak. Now if I not to leak now, this now a porous now. Any side way, you understand?
So
it's wrong.
You earlier the issue about allegiance to party and
yes.
also loyalty to political godfather. Now one thing where you say they affect plenty people within a position. So you want to say you Nasu Fofanah, if you get a position now, you know will take order or instruction from the president.
If I get order
position now, you know will take instruction or order from the president.
Of course, I will take order. It depends on what it is. Because, listen, the president will tell you, if the president say do this, and I believe say in the right interest of Sierra Leone, of course I will move. Let me give you an example. When I've been in the State House, okay, there was a time when I don't read my book, of course, okay, when people let me want for do the wrong thing, we're not in the interest of the country. I went to the president and I said, Your Excellency, if then people are not giving me chance for do me work, I'm going to tender my resignation. He did the right thing. And he removed me from the office of the chief of staff and put me directly on my office. So they can't take decisions. And if you stand your ground most of the time, the head of state knows say this, you do it in the best interest. If enough supports you, then he's complicit. You understand? We get for hold people accountable. And if we not start for hold the highest authority, then we are also deceiving ourselves. And as a society, una wait so una don't give them man time for talk. Una allow me. You understand? Una allow me because they don't pinch by the time. Okay? So yeah, we they come. But really, it is sad. And now you don't ask me, the son are done at the team. So waiting at the next question before I go
So the issue now, the thing I want to ask,
yes,
the growth where we all the yarn for a salon where people say we want development, we want salon for move to another level. Gets for do back to this issue of continuity, because if we not get a national agenda where we know say any administration we can get for follow through from Usa you company left, then there will be a problem. It not go easy for let salon develop because 5 or 10 years not go do for let it turn a country around. So you just get for continue from Usa the next one stop, for Usa the last one stop for let we go move forward. For Union and from the Unity Party. Una they feel say Temdorich for let the members of parliament we really get a law or policy we go there for say strictly the national development plan any administration we come not for can reverse waiting in company don't do but continue once na development for the people.
Absolutely, I think we forget something like that one day because we get this mindset as my brother just don't say now just know. Everybody is saying President Bio is going to be 10 years. The last administration, people were saying 15 years. More time. Okay? So when I said they say 20, where Paupa come out, now SLPP they come. And you know, it is so wrong. And that misinformation, nine they really eat the fiber of the country. So we get the development plan. Not so that development plan will not be done do. The Kaba administration then do that. You understand? The APC, the President Kuma administration then come 2035 and we see them come. Everybody can, and most of these people, some of them professional there. Now we all they sit down, we do this development plan. If you see what's in there at the medium term plan, you know, most of them are seen away. If you look at the agenda for prosperity, then they do. Okay, fine. It's fine, but una just give credit and accept failure as a government, not so as individual. Because what we do all the time in this country is, oh, President Koma failed. No, the government of Sierra Leone. So when people say to me, oh, you work for President Koma, I say, no, I worked for the government of Sierra Leone. And when una come, when another administration come, then can begin, basically they create problems because you as a Sierra Leonean, I was never a member of the APC when I was at State House. Yes. And you know, I have to give it to them that I was appointed, I wasn't one of their party armpits. You understand? They allow me.
Thank you.
When I left the APC, 18 months after is when I joined. Now this administration with waiting on happen. You understand? I'm grateful that I had that experience as a southeastern woman. When they give me the opportunity with free hand. The way where the chronism day, not that you guys didn't have it, you had it because you know people did stuff. Okay, so I'm giving credit where credit is due. But we get for understand say when people serve the government of Sierra Leone, It's not your party, it's not the president. So for long can people and we don't come out, we don't left other country there. We are who supposed for be millionaires. They give other foreigner them opportunities instead of Israeli. Foreign direct investment when they talk about. Why make we all this say foreign direct investment where we get people and also we get the opportunities now, but government after government will not give Sierra Leoneans the opportunity for make sure say we self become millionaires. Why should I not become a millionaire in my own country? Why should I continue to be poor as a Sierra Leonean woman? You are all poor here as women because these men they've sat here and I drive keke, you drive.
Madam Fofanah, you earlier emphasized about certain people in a position for say the things that now they do in their personal life in terms of most of them don't give belay and how that they affect national development when are on their personal issue.
Waiting personal. Okay, let me tell you. Okay. Then yes, exactly. Then they increase with population. We also got population issue already. There are also if you look at the money where the public servants them they get. I not say we when and appointed they get Bokumonu because we all be together bad name day. You understand? Well, no, because well again we have to look at the system. But they are using most of the time they are using government. They see somebody government resources. They see somebody then at 2-bedroom. Inside this 3 year now, for example, this administration, some people they will live in a 2-bedroom. Right now they mansion there, and from the mansion then plus the woman them. The woman. Let me tell you why the woman business very very bad. Now another tool. Okay, not I mean the people they go there, voluntarily some of them. Okay, but man they as they give them power now forgive belle, forget girlfriend them, multiplication of girlfriends, and it's resources. In fact, then concentration level. If you give woman power, I go get. You understand? But if woman gets 2-3 boyfriend where he get power, when I go begin to talk say even in leader, when I the question in leadership skills them. But you people do it with impunity.
Madam Nasu, Fofanah, today this and we bring another edition. We go bring all kind again and continue this discussion. We not get time again at the program.
You don't be all the man
we put the sweetness of the bone one side at this time and we go find another program again. Also, will come with Tuna for discuss more as we continue for look at the issues of salon moving forward. We're not going for done until then at this program. Sadly, ladies business left and the boy we put our one side. Now this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon Go Left listeners, and we already don't go 30 minutes after the normal time where we can end the program. Well, we want to say plenty thank you to when I can add on a voice to nation building for ensure everybody make your own contribution so that we leaders them go really know waiting the people and want for salon after 60 years of independence. Many thanks to the studio guest them, Madam Nasu Fofanah, the Deputy Chairperson for Unity Party, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte, Member of Parliament, Constituency 132, and Honorable Abdul Kago, Member of Parliament for Constituency 077. I had this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon Golefuna. Thank you to the team, Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Kuruma. Produced the program, DJ Lava gave it technical support. Moses Kavra and Usman Kamara make on see live na Facebook. So till we meet again, Mabel Kabade say goodbye.
And Sapti Kalonisi Tata.